Hey guys, and welcome back to another Digi-Battle, and today we're gonna go Etamon versus Purple Titamon. This is EX1 format. This will be my last EX1 format video since BT7 at this date of recording is pre-release weekend, and I am excited because I am gonna go. So he hit it off first. Now it's my turn. I go into a Titamon. And we're trying out a different camera angle here, and because in the last one there was a lot of glare, and in this one actually worked out really well. There's no glare at all, so I'm pretty happy about that. Go ahead and I Digivolve into a Etamon for 1. Always a great card, 1 cost blocker. And here we go, and I drop a Labramon. So the whole gimmick of this Titamon is to discard from your hand. And Labramon plays really well with that, since if you drop it, you draw and discard 1. So I leave him at 3. Draws for his turn. This Etamon deck, my god. So he built this Etamon deck, and we both were not. How can I say this? We were both not expecting for this deck to be as good as it was. That's all I gotta say. And so he drops that Etamon, so that Etamon right there is better to hard play more than really build up, because you wanna delete that Etamon, since his effect is if when he gets deleted, you can you know, reveal 5 cards from the top of your deck, and you can play 1 level 6 Etamon. And it's also really good since he's a blocker, so if he don't get deleted from attacking, if I attack, it can block, and you know, basically that's another form of getting rid of it. Here we go. I got a memory boost going. I got the Ginkaku promote, and here we go, guys. Don't forget to, I do have a All Force Vidramon sealed starter deck giveaway. There is a couple days left on it, I believe. I forgot what date I said, but you guys can watch that video. It's absolutely free. Just me giving away stuff that I have, extra stuff, and that's pretty much it. So okay, so see, so he swang here, swung. So he attacked with Etamon, he didn't die, and so now he survived. This has probably been the craziest matchup that we have had out of all my videos so far. And it gets really insane. So I go ahead and I Digivolve to the Ginkakumon. So as you guys know, the Ginkakumon with the promote and the other one, they all go hand in hand, especially with Titamon, since you discard and then you can play a card from your trash level 4 or lower, which you can then play your promote, and he has rush, so you'll see that here. So here we go. So I discard a Skull Greymon. Now Skull Greymon goes fantastic with this deck, just because when you discard Skull Greymon from your hand, you can play it, or you can add it to the bottom of any of your Digimon that are on play, and when you do that, that gives them Retaliate. So now you're talking about potentially I could have given it to the Devimon blocker, so now he would have been a blocker with Retaliation. So here you go, he swings again, he survives still. So at this point he's pretty upset because he's not dying. It's not a high DP card. So he Digivolve to the MetalEtamon, and man, that card, man, just the fact that he's unblockable really makes that card so good. And then not to mention, well, I don't think that matters, but on okay, so he swung into Underworld's Call, bring back Etamon. So now my field is looking pretty nifty here. And there we go, he drops an Alteress, and oh man, all my hard work just gone to waste. I rage quit a little bit right there, not really, but you know, you could see my little I was like, damn it, all that hard work gone to waste. But on the bright side, I have all that 6 memory. I still have the Ginkaku back there, so I raise him up. And Alteress is just fantastic. Go into Rebellion here. So here, yet again, with MetalEtamon as well. Once you digivolve, you can discard one, and if you do, you get retaliation and blocker for the end of the turn. Now, combo that with Skullgreymon, now he always has retaliation. And then I have the Ginkaku. Once you trash from your hand, you gain 1 memory. Titamon, when you trash, draw 1 card. So you can see how this deck has really fast draw power. And you'll actually see it more a little later on. So now I go into Big Boy, Titamon for 4. It will still be my turn, so I thought it was a perfect time to digivolve on top of it. I draw. Now I can discard now for his effect. If I discard, I can play a level 4 or lower. I go ahead and just discard that blocker and bring him back out, so I can have a blocker on the field. And Titamon's other effect goes off. He gets 2000 DP and an extra security attack +1 when I do trash using his effect. And I just go ahead and I choose to swing into the Alter S since I have retaliation, just because I just want to get him off the board. I figure it's faster for me to play a Titamon than for him to get a Alter S. And I don't, well I do, I guess I have a Zwart that could swing, but either way that would clash. Drop a Labramon, I draw, and now I discard. And I discard a Ginkaku Promote. So at this point I should have all 3 of the Ginkakus, Ginkaku and Kinkaku, in the trash, which go really good. So he goes again, hopefully he dies, which he actually does this time. So now he swings into the Titamon. So there's a downside and an upside to this card. Upside, you could play a level 6 for free. Downside, like that, you can go ahead and just brick and get nothing, and cards that you possibly might have needed for your turn just get straight sent to the bottom. As you see there, his Alter S went down to the trash. I mean, not trash, I'm sorry, down to the bottom of the deck. And he runs 2 in this deck, so I won't be seeing him for the rest of this matchup. He goes into a Greymon. And then off my turn, I have Matt, so I go to 3. Might I point out that beautiful pre-release Titamon, digivolve to a Kabumon. And yeah, this matchup, we just kept going back and forth. Go ahead and go to Labramon. I figure I gotta start chipping away. So here we go. Dies. And I'm like, was that the right move? I'm like, yeah, why not? So now I go into a Kinkakumon for 2, go to 1, draw. And I play Underworld's Call for 4, leave him at 3. Really great card, because if this isn't your security stack, it still activates. So then I go ahead and I bring back my second blocker. Now I have 2 blockers, because he only needs to swing twice or 3 times with that blocker, but now he needs to swing 4 times in order for him to win. But that doesn't matter, because now he plays Iron Fisted Onslaught, a really great card. Deletes all high play cost Digimon, and since they're both the same card, they're both going to get deleted, so he just wiped my board. And now I'm back to 0 blockers. Bring up that Kinkakumon, and I go ahead and I swing just to activate Gabumon's effect. When attacking, you draw and you can trash 1. That's also going to trigger Sunamon's effect, since I am going to trash. I forgot if it's trashing. Yeah, since I trash 1. So I draw another card, and then I go for the check and I go into Chikurimon. So I did Digivolve. I'm like, okay, well that could have been worse. I could have just died completely and I have nothing on the board. Then I go ahead and I Digivolve back into a Kinkakumon. Really just doing it for the draw here. I'm at 2. And boom, I go to Gabumon. And I leave him at 1. So really just want to choke him right now, since he has no memory set tamer, or no tamer at all that would give him memory. Goes into Etamon for the 3 and turn shift. Once it's spent, I hatch into a baby Sunamon and go into a Elikmon. go. Boom, I go into MetalEtamon, so now here we go again. I draw, and now I can trash one to get this blocker in retaliation for the turn. I go ahead and I discard a Etamon, and now MetalEtamon has retaliation and blocker. Tsunamon kicks off since I trashed one. And now here, I believe, oh, I forgot what the other one is. Can't see from here. But so I go ahead and I swing with Gabumon, and we clash. I'm like, okay. Now, oh, I have the Gabumon down there. Oh, that's what it is. And then I go ahead and I go into the Titamon for 4. I put him at 4. I do give him a lot of memory, but I now have blocker and retaliation with that Titamon to the end of my turn. I discard an Underworld's Call. When you discard it from your hand, you can draw one. So that's why I drew one. And I don't think I ever drew for Evolution, did I? So then I use Titamon's effect to bring back my blocker. So now I got 2 blockers. Yeah, I don't know if I drew or not. Oh well. So now he draws for his turn. And he drops another Etamon. My best guess is he's trying to get to the Etamon that's unblockable. Then that way it doesn't matter how many blockers I have, he could keep swinging eventually until he gets game. So now I'll raise up this Etamon. I feel like I'm at a pretty good standing here. I'm gonna go ahead and swing with Titamon. Use Gabumon's effect. Allows me to draw one and trash one, which is great because it triggers Titamon's effect. Giving me an extra security swing and 2000 DP. I get Skull Greymon. Now here I can choose to give it to the Devilmon. But then I take it back. I'm like, let me just give it a Titamon, just in case he doesn't survive and he tries to swing over it with something. I mean, I'm taking him down with me. And then Tsunamon, so I discard, I get to draw one. See, so that's a great combo with the, and here we go, there we go. Exactly what he needed. And he puts up that Etamon that I can't be blocked, which is exactly what I was telling you guys, which would be perfect because I can't block him. But unfortunately, you can't swing over the Titamon. And then I just go ahead and play Fly Bullet just to get rid of him, because at this point I'm like, dude, it doesn't matter what I have, I can't block that thing, so I just need to get rid of it ASAP. So hence me playing Fly Bullet. So now he goes into the MetalEtamon EX1. Digivolves down there to that toy Agumon, draws, then he swings, and then I let it go through and into Ginkakumon promote, so he survives. So now he just needs one more attack. If he would have had that Etamon, well, I mean, then I would have blocked, right? But still, he still would have been in a better position. So he goes ahead and drops a Shademon, leaving me at 4. Here we go. I unsuspend. I draw. I'm about to deck out. I believe I have like 4 or 5 cards left. To give you an idea of how like fast of a draw power you got with this Titamon build. Onto the Gazimon for this matchup. I really didn't need him that well, so I go ahead and I swing, activate Gabumon's effect, I draw, and I'm going to trash one. Activating Titamon's effect, giving him a security attack +1, plus 2k. He already chose to block, but he brought it back out, waiting for me to resolve my effects. I trash a mat, and Tsunamon goes off. I got 2 Tsunamons, and since they're not specific saying to if this Digimon, you know, it just says when you trash, you're able to draw cards, so that's how I got 2 cards. If there would have been a level 3, I could have activated Ginkakumon's effect, deleting a level 3. So here we go, the Spice card, win rate. Since I have a Tamer in play, I can activate this card. I trash Skull Greymon. Now I put it to my blocker, and now I got a blocker that has Retaliation. Not only that, my next Digivolution is going to cost 4. And that's right, I drop a Zord for 2 memory, leaving me at 0. So now here's where it's going to get crazy, because I think I lost. Let me tell you why. So I draw for Evolution, and then I trash 2. I'm supposed to trash 3. So here we stopped. I had to, you know, fast forward this video, or not fast forward it, but I had to cut out the part that we were talking about this. And I feel like I should have lost because I was supposed to trash 3. But then we looked at the rules, and then my friend here that I'm recording with, he stated, you know, the way of you losing is if you have to draw and you can't draw and you have nothing else to draw, you lose. So I don't know, did I lose or did I win? What do you guys think? But either way, I end up bringing up 2 Ginkaku promotes, giving me game there, because now they both have rush, and I go ahead and I just finish the game. But again, that was crazy. I feel like I robbed them of a win, because I don't know if I should have lost or not, or I won. But the rules do state that if you cannot draw anymore and you have to draw, then you lose. It doesn't say anything about trashing or anything like that. Let me know what you guys think. I might make a whole video just for that. But that was insane. Because all he needed to do was end his turn, and then he would have won by default. So here we go. This is round 2. We choose to give him the first loss, or give me the first win. Go into a Ginkaku, and I go to 1. And now he goes into the Etamon, leaving me at 2. I go ahead and I draw. So yeah, we recorded round 2 probably like 30 minutes, no, like 20 minutes later after that first matchup, because we were just trying to figure out. We were like, how should we do this? And then that's when we looked at the rules and all that stuff. But I don't know, it didn't sit right with me, but we just chose to go along with it. So I go ahead and I discard it. I got a memory from the Ginkaku month of when I trash once per turn, I could get 1 memory, keeping it my turn. And then I discarded, put that Skull Greymon underneath, so now I got Retaliation, activate a memory boost, got a Skull Greymon back in my hand, and now passing turn. And goes into a Kapuri, hatches into a Kapuri. So, alright, he Digivolves into Toyagumon. So the reason I was saying Etamon was better than, you know, we would have thought he was because this Toyagumon gives him reboot, and then you're gonna get jamming from Greymon, and then you're gonna be unblockable. And yeah, that's insane. So on top of, okay, you can't block me no matter which having security unless it's an option card. I'm not gonna get deleted. Oh, and I got reboot, so yeah, you gotta drop an option to get rid of me, basically, or an effect to reduce DP, you know. So really crazy. And then this EX1 MetalEtamon, you once he gets deleted, you get to Digivolve 1. On top of that, you also get 1000 DP for each Etamon, and it's oh, there you go. So he swings into a Fly Bullet, and I delete him, so there he goes. He activates his Digivolve once he got deleted, putting my Rebellion back into a Ginkakumon, and he goes and Digivolves into Etamon. I bring up Ginkakumon, so now I got 2 on the field. Go ahead and I go into a Skull Greymon for 3, and I draw, leaving him at 1 since he has no memory tamers here, or memory boost. Got a Sunomon. Goes into a Chikuriban. Ah, that always sucks when they're in your hand and not in your security. And he swings with the Etamon, hoping to die here. And he does not, because he goes into a Sora and Mimi. Another great tamer for Titamon, especially when you attack, you can suspend to trash. And he goes into a Chumon, or he drops a Chumon. So now I can gain memories with the Ginkakumons. So great play. Hatch a Sunomon. Boom, going to a Gabumon, draw. And now he uses a beautiful card. I love this card so much. I don't think it's necessarily broken because you have to, you have to have a tamer in play if you do not have a white card on the field in order to activate it. Second, you do have to trash. And third, it only decreases by 4. So it's not like, you know, Digimon Fusion where it's just, you know, it's free, you know. So any 6 cost, any I don't think we have 5. Well, yeah, any 5 cost, 6 cost, they're still gonna cost you a memory or 2 to play. So here I go. Since I discarded, it activates everyone's effect. Besides the Ginkakumons, I am not getting memories. And then I go ahead and I swing for the +1. Go into Dark Tyranno. And here we go. Now he got some memory set tamer. Which at this point he will get the extra 2 memory because I do have more than 2 or more Digimon on my field. So I go ahead and I still suspend since I just, and then since I had attacked to draw 1, and then there's the card that I trashed. And still my turn at 0. And go ahead and I go into a Rebellion for 3. I draw. And I am going to discard to give him blocker. I go ahead and I discard a Labramon, so now Rebellion has blocker, and of course he already had retaliation from the Skull Greymon underneath. So just wanted to have 2 blockers there. Oh, and then he got 2 memory from Izzy and Joe, so he gets left at 5. Goes to 2, he digivolves into MetalEtamon EX Uno. And then he goes to Omnimon Ultras. Oh my. So did digivolve by 1 for everyone. And I'm left with the Skull Greymon. Just like that. Me at 4. At least now he won't get the 2 memory so long as I just keep 1 Digimon on the field, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I raise up this Gabumon and I'm like, alright, took a player game, mister. I go ahead and I play a Heat Viper for 5, leaving him at 1. He's gonna stay at 1 because I got rid of my Gabumon. Therefore I only have 1 Digimon less. I have 1 Digimon instead of 2 or more, and now it's just a 1-on-1. And I could actually, since Chumon is not on the field anymore, I will be able to activate Ginkakumon's effect of getting a memory once I discard. So he goes ahead and he swings with the Ultra S. He runs into a mat, and perfect, because now I can get my big boy back. And I go ahead and I get Titamon back to my hand. This deck has a lot of like, I want to say kind of like Monster Reborn type of card. You know, you have Mats, you have Underworld Call, and then you have Titamon. So it's crazy. So he goes ahead and drops another Shademon, and then his Ultra has reboot from Toy Agumon. So I'm like, great, now I can't even, you know, get rid of it. So I go get a Sunamon out, or hatch one. Digivolve to a Gabumon, draw, and I'm just trying to pull something. I go ahead and I go into that Titamon. I do have the memory for it. It leaves me at 1. I draw, and now I am going to discard to play a card. This should activate Ginkakumon's effect, giving me 1 extra memory, and then Tsunamon giving me that extra draw. Boom. There we go. And I bring back a blocker. Here we go. Alright. So I go ahead and swing, and then oh yeah, I get a memory. So I go ahead and get that memory. Chumon's not in the field anymore, so I do gain it. Sunamon, I trashed one, so I get to draw 1. So Titamon's effect goes out anyway, so I Digivolved. I check 2, he actually allows it instead of blocking, and of course I get Iron Fisted. Oh, all that work, man. All that work. So now I'm in a bit of a pickle here. I go into Ginkaku for 2, go to 0, I draw. And if I do play another Digimon, I will end up giving him 2 memory. And then I go into the Skull Greymon. Excellent play, because now he ends up staying at 1. He does not get that extra memory, leaving him at 1. So now here he could, well no, he still couldn't, because I forgot I have a blocker. I was gonna say he would have won, but that's the downside of that Shademon, is that you can't attack with it. Nonetheless, he still would have needed an extra attack. Now he goes ahead and he swings with that Ultra S and goes into a Rebellion. Leaves me at 3, and he plays a Toy Agumon. Reboot, stands back up. I draw for my turn. And yeah, it's not looking so good on my end. So I move up Skull Greymon here. And I'm deep in thought. I had to cut probably 2 minutes from that. I was in deep thought. So I go ahead and I swing. And since I have Gabumon down there, I do trash. And you could also trash from using Skull Greymon's effect, so that gives me 2000 DP, I believe. So now he's at, what is it, 3? I think he's at 10 or 9 DP. Trash 1, draw 1 from Gabumon, get a memory from Ginkaku, draw from Sunamon for trashing, suspend because I'm attacking, and draw 1. So you see this draw power is nasty for this deck. It's really nasty. And there's a card that I trash. Yep, so I do get 3000, so he's at 10. He chose not to block. So now I just need 1 more hit here. And here we go. I go into Titamon again. So here what I'm thinking about, okay, I could bring back Ginkaku Promote. I do have Rush. I should be able to attack, but either way, I discard Underworld's Call. His effect kicks off. When it gets trashed, I draw 1. And now I finish off Titamon's effect. Bring back, there we go, Ginkaku Promotes. And when you do bring it back with both sources underneath of the Ginkaku and Kinkaku, you gain a memory, you get to draw 1. And that's how I am now at 1. And at this point I was like, oh man, I should have waited to suspend that Mimi and Sora. But luckily for me, when I attack, Kinkaku's effect activates. If I trash 1 card, I can delete a level 3, which I do end up doing. and I get to end up deleting Toy Agumon here. And Ginkakumon effect activates, so now I gain another memory, giving me a total of 2 since he got on the board. So now I'm back at 2. Got 1 blocker, and he went from 4 Digimon to 2. And then I go ahead and I just drop another blocker. I'm like, okay, let's make sure I can try and survive one more round. So now I got 2 blockers up. Yes, 2 potential attackers. He could always swing and activate Omnimon's effect to bring back a level 6 to make him unblockable. But either way, I was not going to risk it and block. He goes into that promote. So here I'm guessing he wants to clear my board a bit. And we'll see how his strategy plays out. So he goes ahead and Digivolves the Toy Agumon down there. He draws. He moves to 4 memory. He drops a Hagurumon for 2. He moves for 1. And here he is, Dark Tyrannomon. So now he's back at 2 blockers. So this could go either way. Because when I attack... Oh, and then of course another Iron Fisted Onslaught. So that takes Titamon away, leaving me at 5, and I need an extra attacker. Because even if I attack with 2 Devimons, he blocks both, and that's pretty much it. So I Digivolve here, I draw, and at this point, I'm looking for an Underworld's Call, which I do drop for 4, and now, you guessed it, I bring back Promote with this Ginkaku and Ginkaku. I get a memory and I draw from that, putting me back up at 2. And again, when I attack, at this point it's game because I will have enough memory to swing with the second Devimon. So he blocks there. His effect goes, I suspend Sora Mimi. So now I get a memory from trashing from Ginkaku, putting me back at 3. So if I didn't have enough memory, which I did, now I definitely do. So I swing with the Devimon, lose 2 memory, but obviously he calls game there, because that's it. And that was my last. There you go, guys. Thanks for watching.